Mustangs, Sharkies. Garen, this is going to be a ripper. Both of these teams weren't particularly expected to be in the grand final, but full credit to their coaches, Luke Boyle and Pat Williamson. Done a great job turning these seasons around and constantly underrated both these teams. So I think they did quite well to win away games, 2 away games in a row to make it through to the grand final. But last time they met, Garen, what happened? Maitland won 110 to 79. Pretty convincing performance.
Yeah, last time they met was a good matchup, and it shows you what they're capable of in the finals matchup now. 2 dark horse teams going at it. Will Cranston now chipped in great and has been the huge bright spot for this team. With players like Kevin Warren in and out of their rotations, just big injuries. Will Cranston now has really stepped it up and a real bright spot. Had 18 points and also had 12 assists and 5 steals that last game.
Yeah.
But it's going to be key how they fare up against the finals. Previously, just playing the game in the semi-finals with the win and moving on. So both teams are hype, have the energy, and have the right momentum moving forward. And
and in that game just earlier this year, the big thing for the Sharks was turnovers. They had 27 turnovers that game, and the Mustangs can get out and run. It's not just a mascot; it's actually mentality up in Maitland. I mean, getting out, running the floor. But the Sharks, I think, as the season's gone along, have tightened that up a lot. They're looking pretty good on the fast break themselves. It's definitely one of the Sharks' strengths. But looking at Maitland's team at the moment, Garen, last week, a gritty win over the Canberra Gunners, but it wasn't the usual suspects stepping up. Who scored big last game?
Yeah, well, we had James Hunter scoring 19 points. It was an interesting game, and good to see Maitland come away with the win. I don't know if any of you guys actually watched the game. It was quite interesting the way Maitland moved the ball. They don't rely on one guy to really take over the scoring load. They have a well-balanced squad, whether it's Billy Parsons, Will Cranston Lau, James Hunter, Kevin Warren. They're just a mixed bag of players. And we saw James Hunter light it up that game, so really chipped in.
Yeah, and was doing it from 3 as well, which is pretty impressive. I mean, could have had that pound-for-pound battle with Glenn Morrison, which would have been difficult. But yeah, James Hunter stepped it out, stretched the floor, which I think opened up the floor for his teammates. As I mentioned, Billy Parsons, 15 points, 12 rebounds. 2022 Youth League MVP for a reason. You can't underestimate Billy Parsons. And he's coming off the bench. So last week, getting the win. The week before that, also getting a huge victory, upsetting the Inner West Bulls. Garen, what do you think Maitland's big strengths are?
Well, it starts off with the coaching of Luke Boyle, and what a great job he's done. He develops these young athletes, whether it's their Youth League programs or when they're moving on. A lot of gritty athletes, and he's really emphasised players to just be more confident, keep looking for their shots, and Will Cranston now is one of them. They just have multiple scoring threats and multiple guys that can really put the ball on the floor and get it going for their team. And we saw in Kevin Warren, Will Cranston now, Hunter, even Parsons, had times Grays being the bright spot as well. So
yeah, and then you've got their depth as well. I mean, Luke Villa as well, that fifth starter, but he really is a jack of all trades, very solid player, kind of just ties everyone together. Jack Edwards, an incredible point guard. We actually commentated him in that grand final last year and semi-final in Youth League, and he's just a floor general, super athletic, makes all the right decisions and a good shooter as well. Then you got your solid players like Dan Milburn as well, Josh Clifford, great wings. Yep. The Beavers brothers as well. And, of course, one of our favourites, the hyper-athletic power forward, J. Cole. So we're just going to list their whole bench, but if you look throughout the box scores all year, you look at the highlights, for the Maitland Mustangs, they go very deep. And that helps a lot in playoffs, especially in grand finals. If some of your bigger players are maybe having a cold night, if those guys can come in, have solid performances, then that'll really help chip away those small percentages to try to get Maitland the win.
Yeah, just be a star in your role. That's probably what Luke Ball likes. All these players fit in well. And Maitland's keys to the game in order to beat the Sutherland Sharks, it's going to be tough, making sure you close out on the perimeter, but not closing out too hard because guys can drive in, guys can slash, and they have the athletic ability. Players like Dengak or Markel Beasley, or so many players, Hutchinson, there's just a lot. And
it's going to be a real battle
as well. Cabrera's a hefty slasher as well, can get to the paint. So that's going to be key. Can you guard the paint? Can you make sure you wall up in time and not foul? And then limit your turnovers. That was one thing we spoke about when the Sharkies faced Maitland last time. Turnovers are crucial. Value your possessions, take care of the ball. And then matching Sharks' energy. When we saw Sharks come to the arcade, boy, did they just have it from the get-go. The bench energy was there. Coming on the court, players were hype on energy plays when the guard would throw it down. their bench would just be waving towels and just maintain that energy, match the energy. It's going to be a loud stadium, so
yeah, it really will be, and a sellout apparently. So if anyone's got tickets, let us know. We don't necessarily have tickets yet.
Oh, they haven't given us media.
Yeah, media accreditation. So we haven't.
I don't know what we need to do to get media passes.
So yeah, anyone at Maitland or the Sharkies, if you can get us tickets, we'll pay you good money for them. Oh, I don't know. Or maybe not at all.
We might have tickets, but we don't know. If we don't, yeah, we much appreciate it.
Yeah, if we don't, if you see us out front of the stadium begging, please at least come say hello.
We'll scalp a few tickets.
Yeah, we will. And meanwhile, moving over to the Sharks, last week, Garen, against a short-handed centre of excellence, but still a very talented team, they just got the win 89-82. That's not to take anything away from the Sharkies' performance. Geordie Mitchell, been on another level these playoffs. 26 points, 11 rebounds, and we're talking about the fast break before, how Maitland's got to defend that. Geordie Mitchell is just a one-man fast break, an elite finisher in this league. Him and Cabrera and Hutchinson, that what do they call it? The three-headed dragon? Lockie Hutchinson stepping up as usual. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals in that game. So maybe he didn't pop off scoring-wise that we're used to with Lockie Hutchinson, but always setting the table for his Sharkies teammates to eat. And, of course, Gerlach and Gak combined for 26 points in the paint. So
Cerberus is a three-headed dog. Sorry, that's what I was trying to think of when...
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Cerberus.
A three-headed dog.
Yeah, it's a mythological creature.
Yeah.
It was a dog that would just attack and be aggressive with 3 heads, yeah.
All right, so there you go, the Cerberus backcourt. So, yeah, that's the Sharkies for you. I mean, with Gerlach and Gak, it's great to have those two bigs rotating in and out. Gak's coming along game after game after game. He's really growing in confidence after returning from that injury. And Gerlach as well, ever solid, captain of the Sharkies team, an absolute clinic in the post. So yeah, that's going to be a great matchup with Hunter and also with Matt Gray as well. And Garen, what do you think the Sharkies' strengths are? I mean, we watched them just a few weeks ago against Norths. What do you reckon their big strong suits are?
Yeah, they really like to push it in transition, push the pace, make defense play on their toes. And that starts at the defensive end when they can get stops and they're running. They have bigs that can really clog the paint. And then the pick and roll options are various when you have guys like Markel Beasley. And then the dunker spot's a real threat. Guys like Dengak. And then if you overcommit or close out too hard on a 3-point shot, they got guys that can really put it on the floor and slash and finish. And we saw that in guys like Adrian Cabrera. So and the keys to the game for Sharks is to keep playing to your strengths, keep getting to the free throw line, keep attacking. If you got mismatches, make sure you take advantage of those and then move the ball, 0-second decisions, and be a star in your role. I guess that's the biggest thing. If you can be a star in your role and not do too much and let the ball do the moving and the players,
Yeah, it's going to be big because Lockie Hutchinson, as I was saying before, was really in control out there. And you're talking about that pick and roll action. He was really patient in that pick and roll, finds the right pass, whether it's for the kick out or to the roller. So leave it up to Lockie Hutchinson. He'll run the offense well, but it'll be interesting to see what Maitland throw at him because they know he's the danger man. They're maybe going to blitz him, double teams. But of course, the Sharkies have plenty of options for scoring. I mean, that's why they're in the grand final. So it's all ahead of us this weekend at the University of Sydney. It's going to be a ripper. The Sharkies taking on the Mustangs. The Mustangs in their second grand final in 2 years, so back-to-back years. So congratulations to the Mustangs, but also full credit to the Sutherland Sharks. I mean, nobody thought they had a chance of advancing past the first round, but they've showed grit, determination, and pure skill. So full credit to Coach Pat Williamson. He's going to be playing a great brand of basketball. We'll hopefully see you there on Saturday.